Hello, my name is Tom Hartman. I'm one of the teaching staff involved with biology and zoology in the School of Life Sciences at the University of Nottingham.
How have we ended up with geckos running around a university in Nottingham?
That is a long story, and it starts in the 1970s with a lecturer who I met when I first joined the department called Peter Davis. He was a polymath, and he was very fond of reptiles, and he kept a large number in the days when you didn't have to have a good reason to keep them. And in those times, in the 70s, they were looking for the reptile equivalent of a white mouse. So they decided to try Mediterranean geckos as that species which you could breed and do who knows what experiments on. And it was from that original population, which was accidentally released in the 1970s, that still exist within the school in our building and seems to be, if not prospering, then holding their own as the decades have passed.
How often are they seen?
Probably once or twice a year. I don't get all the reports. I'm in with the cleaning staff and the technicians. The people who are in early tend to see them, and there are a few corridors which are more common for them to be seen on, but it's a bit of a mix and match. My colleague with whom I share an office, he came in one day at 4 a.m. To pick up some equipment, and there was one on his desk. So maybe they're everywhere, we just are not here at the right time to see them.
So we know they're getting water, we know they've got somewhere to live, but what are they eating? What do you think they're eating?
Well, that's a really good question, and I suspect that they're eating local wildlife that's coming in, small spiders, and insects of different sorts.
What are the chances, do you think, if we go looking for them, that we might find one?
We need to choose our time carefully, so that they're almost never seen during the day. They are a nocturnal species. They don't need sunlight or UV light to get all their vitamins. They're entirely either manufacturing them or getting them from their food. The number of times they've been seen during the day is only when it's incredibly hot. So that must have given them enough energy to roam around outside of their normal hours. The only thing we do know about them is that we've found several dead ones. They get stuck on fly paper in the labs which are working on flies. I found one dead in the light. He must have gone in there to eat the dead insects and got dehydrated in there. And we've found a few live ones over the years. It seems from genetic analysis that they're very inbred. So either there's not a large population and they're inbreeding, or they had only one or possibly two individuals escape, and the population has had this called a founder effect, where it goes through this genetic bottleneck and then they're going out. It'd be lovely if we could find the time and they'd be crawling around having parties, but I would suspect not. They get a little bit bigger than this. Actually, no, maybe twice that size. So this is a sub-adult. This was from our fluid preserved animal store. Be a good sized individual to catch. We normally find the very young ones, maybe just a few weeks to a few months old.